Happy birthday to me and the Padres and Faye. 13-2. Padres over the Mets to win this series. We said today, Jim, on the radio that you got to beat a team without Pete Alonso and Starling Marte without the starting pitching. I mean, we know it's the big leagues. That's not a guarantee. But, man, did the Padres take advantage tonight. Manaea, awesome. Profar, Cronenworth continue playing good baseball. Everyone contributes offensively. Padres win 13-2. It's the wrap-up show with John and Jim. We're presented by Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. As you make your way into the chat, please make sure to let us know where you are watching from here tonight. By the way, I might have an internet issue. Am I having an internet issue already or not? A serious question.
You're fine.
Okay. Because I think I'm all right. Okay. I think I'm okay. As a reminder, if you're a Padres fan, please subscribe. We have year-round Padres content for you. That's why we do this. Exclusive year-round Padres content for you. Please, we want you to smash the like button. Sorry, internet. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter, at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We always appreciate the supers. We will get to all of the supers here tonight, Jim. But what a night for the Padres, who win the series and go 5-5 against the Cards, Brewers, and Mets, starting 0-4.
Whoa, can you hear me?
We're both struggling.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're good.
Hold on. Please hold. All right, we good?
We're good.
They beat the shit out of the Mets tonight.
I like that breakdown.
They beat the shit out of them. Sean Manaea was amazing. Jake Cronenworth, he is back. The top of their lineup, pretty good. I think they went 7 for 14 tonight with like 9 RBIs.
Okay. That's fine.
And yeah, they just absolutely beat the living shit out of the New York Mets. At least one team won tonight.
Oh, here we go. We'll get into that later.
And by the way, we have to first get off. We see all your super chats here. Christopher, I think Christopher, he DM'd me today and he said if the Padres win, he would put a super chat in for $20. So,
dude,
let's give it up for Christopher.
Christopher, yes, please clap emojis in the
emojis
chat.
for Christopher for supporting the channel. Appreciate you.
Dude, that is unbelievable. Thanks,
in
Chris.
Boise. Yep. The addition of Tatis back. Do you guys think 1 or 2 bats are needed at the deadline? Thoughts?
I mean, my thoughts are, let's see where they are. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to make broad generalizations today, even though we're kind of paid to do that on the right. I mean, we have to offer our opinions over the course of the year, each and every day. We can't just sit back and wait. So there's good days and there's bad days. Listen, we've complained about the offense at home. They've scored 20 runs the last 2 days against a good team in the New York Mets. Do I think that the offense is as good as every offense in baseball? Of course we don't feel that way. Nobody feels that way, even with Tatis. Do I think they can improve it? I think most teams can be improved. I think the Dodgers last year improved their team. They won 106 games. The Giants at the deadline improved their team. They won 107 games. So, yeah, I mean, if you're AJ Preller and you're still 15, 20 games over 500, or you are 15 or 20 over, I think you have almost an obligation, Jim, to your organization to improve your team, even when things are going well. That's the difference between, getting into the postseason and getting to a World Series. Like, there's still work to be done, even if you're a good team.
We know Preller, and when the team is good, he will go crazy. He will tinker like no one ever tinkers before. I think the pieces that he can get right off the rip, bullpen help. That's number one. He can get a bench bat. That's number 2. And he might go swinging for the fences and get like an Andrew Benintendi or something like that, depending on where this team is at the trade deadline with Tatis back. So, yeah, it's Preller. Of course he's going to do something at the deadline. 100%.
And he should. I mean, again, if this team is, what are they right now? 13 games over 500? I mean, if they're 13 or
5-5 on the most important stretch that we talked about. And
yes, and now they got 20 games.
After 20 losing games. 4 straight, you're like, what the?
I know, it's amazing. But 20 games now coming up against teams that are under 500, beginning Friday night against the Colorado Rockies, the first of a 4-game series. So, Chris, thank you for that super. Thank you guys for the super. It is a Padres 13-2 win on my birthday. So I don't know if I get credit. Maybe Ron gets credit.
Maybe. Thank you, Ron.
For John's birthday. Happy birthday. Jim, do you want to sing to me or no?
No, screw you. Thank you, Ron.
Do what happened on your birthday? They didn't win on your birthday.
They didn't play on my birthday. Exactly. And if they did, they probably would have lost. Just like every team loses.
Just
that
like
I
the
root
Warriors tonight. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Steph Curry got hurt.
Yeah, I did. Game over.
Okay, you didn't
hold
see
on.
this.
Wait. Hold on. Rifkin's my daddy. Rifkin's my daddy. I just have to prepare myself. I have to practice. Rifkin's my daddy.
I'm assuming
Rifkin's
you missed
my daddy.
this. By the way, thank you guys for the supers. As you make your way into the chat, please subscribe here on Padres content. We thank you all for the supers. Great way to support this channel. Really is. We appreciate it. Make sure to smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We'll tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, coming up in a moment. We'll tell you about the giveaway as well for this cap. Link down below if you want to win this cap. Last day to enter is Friday. Okay. In 2 days, we'll announce a winner on Sunday. So enter this giveaway if you want to win this cap from Parks and Normal. So you missed this because you were watching the Warriors. Jesse says, should I worry about Machado's crazy swing? There was an awkward swing in this game for Machado, who DH'd, stayed in the game. You know, I know they discussed it and commented on it during the broadcast. I didn't think a ton of it. I didn't know really what to think. I mean, he plays the game hard, obviously, in the field a lot. He's got bumps and bruises. I mean, it was awkward. I'm not going to worry because Machado's always in the lineup. I mean, he just missed a couple of days with this tennis elbow and he's still producing. So that's my takeaway. If the chat wants to comment with more, if you saw something else, if Bob Melvin comments on it, if Manny Machado comments on it, I'll be curious to see. But he just had one of these kind of awkward whirly bird swings. I think he went down to his backside, or he just kind of fell. It was a weird swing. That's the best way I can describe it. So yeah, it's always concerning because he's your best player and it's not even close.
Angels lost again, by the way.
But they're right where they need to be.
They're right where they need to be. Thank you for the super chat, Jesse.
14 straight. Jesse, you're the man.
Carlin, thank you. 1 cent for every year John's been alive.
Thanks, Carlin.
So you can call him old.
I'm not 199.
It's really old.
Jim, did you know there were 199 pennies in $1.99?
Thanks. All right, let's get to our buddy Jake.
Jim is so mad. The Warriors lose one game. It's a meaningless game. It's game 3. It's not game 7.
Meaningless game. It's fine.
It's not the NBA Finals. Oh, it is.
Jake.
Actually.
Yeah. Jake, thanks for the super chat. Don't let Jim DQ you out of your internet tonight.
Dude, who missed that last night? That's the worst prank of all time. Oh, I can't see you. Your internet sucks. And then I log out, and then that ends the show.
It's bad. Bad karma for me tonight for what I did last night. I apologize. Yes. And I tried to make it up to you by buy you a pity pizza for your birthday.
He did. Jim bought me a pizza. Here's the thing. Today in the office, Jim brings in this gorgeous Buona Forchetta pizza.
Delicious.
And then I felt really bad because I got Jim nothing for his birthday.
Nothing. I don't even think he acknowledged me on my birthday. It was
I may not have.
We did a radio show, and you're like, "Wait, who are you?"
I know, and I spent the entire show. I spent the entire show today talking about my birthday.
Wow, you're that guy. You are that guy 100%.
But thank you, Jake. Thank you for the super.
Alex, thanks for the super. This one was huge. The Padres can go on a run now. I mean, that now you play a stretch of games where you can beat up on teams and you can stretch that 13 games over 500 to potentially 15, 16. Hell, even if they play really good, you can look at a scenario here where you're around 20 games over 500, and that's all without Fernando Tatis Jr.
Well, what did we say? These 20 games. We were saying 12-8 would be nice. 13-7 would be unbelievable. Even 11-9, isn't horrific. If you went 12-8 over the next 20, you are 17 over. And that's at the halfway point. Because 20 games from now, you're pushing 80 games.
Right. And that is just a massive accomplishment for a team without their best player.
Well, that's a damn good point. It's like, even we had Gary Cohen on, Mets TV voice, today on the radio, and he's like, you kind of forget that the Padres are without Fernando Tatis Jr. I think we felt that way at times over the course of the last couple of months because you get wrapped up in this.
Right.
What are you going to do? Sit around and be like, man, if they had Tatis in the second inning, they would have scored another run. You can't do that,
But here's the thing, though. It's like what everybody says, and even Gary Cohen said it today with us, it's the pitching. It starts and ends with the pitching staff. That's what we have said all along. That's what everyone has said all along. And you look at the last 2 games, yes, the offense showed up, scored 20 runs the last 2 nights combined.
Yeah.
But they didn't need that many runs.
They didn't give up anything.
They didn't give up anything.
2 runs, right? Is that right? Yes.
2 runs tonight. And that was it.
Yeah.
And Manaea pitched beautifully. And Darvish pitched beautifully yesterday. So, I mean, I will stand by this throughout the entire season. When fully healthy, I take this rotation over any rotation in baseball.
Well, how about this? Coming into the day, third best ERA in baseball from the rotation, most 6-inning starts of any rotation in baseball, most 7-inning starts of
Yep.
any rotation in baseball. They
That's
just
why.
added a 7-inning start tonight in Manaea. Their bullpen is rested. And, oh, by the way, here's the other caveat from last year, Jim. They did not use a 6-man rotation one time last year.
No.
This is going to be a rotation that's rested in the second half of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you have a rested rotation, also, you can now push them to 105, 110 pitches because they're getting the extra day. So,
Right.
yeah, they have the extra day, and where they would have gone 95 pitches or 100, they're not going 105, 110, which I think is beneficial as well.
And you heard, and I don't think you heard it, but this today pregame presser with Bob Melvin, he mentioned how much they have benefited from the 6-man rotation and how well it has worked for them so far, and how they were kind of hesitant to do it at first, but now it's like, this is great. We need to continue. We need to continue doing this because,
well, dude, with the 26-man roster too, you didn't have this a couple of years ago. The extra spot is now for your rotation. If you have that depth,
yeah, that's perfect.
You lose nothing.
No, and you don't need any extra bats on the bench because it's the DH rules. You're not worried about pinch hitting or double switches.
Yep.
So yeah, it works out perfectly. And I don't know if this is something they kind of lucked into this year or if they truly planned on eventually doing this. But either way, it's worked beautifully for them.
Well, it leads perfectly into this from our buddy Alex.
Okay. Is it your birthday, John?
Yeah. Did you know that, by the way?
How was dinner?
Did you guys know I worked in the minor leagues for 15 years?
What?
Yeah, I did.
By the way, what'd you get for dinner tonight? Please tell me it was something good, not like tofu,
I got
tacos.
A veggie burrito and chips. By the way, I am drinking wine in a glass. Okay, let's read this. Happy birthday, John. Thank you, Alex. Seriously. Thanks for the interaction on Twitter, on the radio. All your support means a ton to us. Seriously. I hope it was a great day. How about some credit for AJ for this roster, specifically the pitching staff? I mean, that's exactly, Jim, what you were talking about. I mean, he gets Manaea like at the buzzer, right? He got Manaea like 2 days before the season or 4 days before the season.
It was that Sunday before the season, so he was ready to go regular start game 2.
Yeah, I mean, that was critical. That was like a critical acquisition as you look at it now 2 months into the year. And again, Manaea has not been their best pitcher, but he's giving you length and he's giving you chances to win more often than not. And he's saving the bullpen. So it's been a great combination.
Larry, it's over. Stop. I don't. It's done. The series is over.
Okay, just vent. Let Jim. I know it's the Padres wrap-up show. Half the people here, maybe more, could care less about the NBA Finals. Do it because we're your therapist. Vent for 40 seconds.
They got completely punked tonight, 100%. Besides Steph and Clay, no one showed up. Draymond is been
how bad was he?
Atrocious in this series. Besides game 2, and it's over. The Celtics in 6.
Now, do you feel like that because of and again, Steph banged up? Was it an ankle, Jim?
It was like a foot. Yeah.
Do you feel that way? If he was, is it because of that? I'm being serious. As in, if he was fully healthy and he just scored 49 points, you'd feel that way?
Yeah. If he's fully healthy, they're still going to lose. They're not as physical as Boston.
Yeah,
Boston will drop
a couple. Physical. Yeah.
Boston will drop a couple games, just because that's what they've done. But overall, like we said this before the series started, the better team always wins, except for like a rare occasion.
Yep.
And the Celtics are a better team. It's just it's as simple as that. And by losing game 1, the Warriors lost the series. Like that's it. End of story. That was the series for them. If they won game 1, you win game 2. However it goes, you're up 2-0. You're probably gonna win the series. But they lost game 1, and that was it.
Why don't you go into the Warriors wrap-up show channel? I saw it was pretty active.
It's a very toxic place right now.
Juan, thank you for the super. We're about to tell you about Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you have any insurance needs, we always encourage you to contact Mark. I've got this insurance claim going on right now. That's why I'm at an Airbnb. Mark is taking care of everything. Great insurance agent. We're going to tell you about Mark coming up in a moment. Do you want to get to these supers here? Juan says, if Tatis comes back and is meh, anyone thought of that? Being a power hitter puts a lot of stress on the wrist. I see what you're saying. You're saying if he doesn't have the same power, could it be because of the wrist? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, the wrist is kind of an important thing to be healthy for
probably
a baseball player.
Most important part.
Probably the most
for a hitter.
And that is true. Like you potentially could lose a lot of power if your wrist is a little wonky. So that's why they're taking their time with this, and rightfully so, and making sure that everything is perfect and healed and 100% before he gets back on the field. And they're winning a lot of games, so it's not like there's any big rush to get him back.
If you missed the update, by the way, he was supposed to have the CT scan this week. It's been pushed back to next week. I think Bob Melvin said he presumed it would be Monday. There's no guarantee it is Monday. Monday is June 13th. So hopefully it's clear June 13th, and then you start the countdown. How long does it take to get ready to play in the big leagues? 14 days, 21 days, 28. I don't know the answer, but
I don't know either. Watch, in his first rehab start, he'll go like 3 for 4 with 2 home runs.
And they'll call him up.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's the update if you missed it.
So thank you, Alex. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Alex.
Good thing about the bullpen arms, you can get one with a bat, the same trade. Wouldn't be surprised if AJ gets another starter. Who knows with AJ? I think they're pretty set on starters. Bob Melvin was also asked today about Adrian Morejon potentially becoming a starter, and he said flat out, "We're good on starters for now."
Like he said for this year, right?
For this year, this year. Like we're good on starters for this year. We're fine.
Yep.
I don't think they're gonna. I'd be shocked if they go for starting pitching unless like someone gets injured. But even then, you have enough reinforcements to be fine.
Oh yeah, I think you're winning playoff series with this rotation. The question is, do you have enough offense to beat someone else's staff? I think this rotation puts you in a position to win playoff series. If they had this rotation in the 2020 postseason against the Dodgers, I'm taking my chances. They had no rotation against the Dodgers, absolutely none. We'll get to this super from Airborne Figgy in a moment. I mentioned Mark Nimitz. The reason we're able to do this channel night in and night out is because of the support of our partners like Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, our title sponsor. Here's a link to his website. You see the website on the screen right now. The link is down below. You can get a quote on his site. You can get all of his contact information. Here's a lifelong San Diegan that has lived and died on Padres games, which is more dying than living over the course of the last 30 or 40 years. So he's a huge Padres fan. He's a huge supporter of this channel. Auto, home, renters, or life insurance needs, or earthquake insurance needs, please call Mark. He's a great supporter of this channel. If you have insurance needs, he can save you $750. If you ever have a claim, he's going to take care of it, and he's going to make it super easy. So just by switching insurance, he's going to save you $750. If you ever have a claim, he can literally save you thousands and thousands of dollars like he's doing for me and my family right now. So again, if you have any insurance needs, if you want to support this channel or just talk Padres baseball, please get in contact with Mark Nimitz.
Yeah, all his information is above my head. mnimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
A reminder, please subscribe year-round Padres content for you, the fans. Please hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live. Please smash the like button for us. Also follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD.
Thank you, Robert, for the super chat. I believe his question is this.
Okay. Did you get to Airborne Figgy? Oh, was that earlier?
No. John, Robert's first.
My bad.
Yeah, I remember.
Blame my internet.
Whatever. You're drunk. Robert says, as far as the 6-man rotation goes, do you think Gore is going to be on an innings count? At this point, how far do you think that count will go into the second half? I do think he's going to be on an innings count. I'd be shocked if he goes over 120 innings this year. But I think that is the max. He's at what, 48 right now?
You say 120. I think
that's the absolute max number they'll go. No more than 120.
I don't know, man. I mean, okay, just hear me out. So 48 now. Let's just double it. And you're nowhere near the end of the season, right? Because they've only played 60 games, not even. So let's double it, and you're at the end of the year, and he's pitched 100 innings. That doesn't even seem realistic unless you're skipping him a couple of times. You're just shoving him in the bullpen for a month at least. So let's say you're at 100, Jim, at the end of the season. Is that where they need to be to pitch him in the postseason? They got to only have him at 100 innings for the regular season to use him in the postseason?
I say between 100 and 110. And then you can potentially push it in the postseason. You can get probably 2-3 starts out of him, maybe a couple of bullpen innings. Well,
here's the thing. I mean, there's no way, and tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but there's no way you get to the postseason. Let's say Mackenzie Gore does this all year. I mean, there's no way you limit his availability in the postseason, right?
Right. But also, too, you got to think about this. They're in a good spot because the first thing you think of is Steven Strasburg. Now, Steven Strasburg was dealing with a different situation. He was coming off an injury.
He will.
So they were like, you know what, screw it, we don't care, and that potentially cost the Nationals in that postseason.
Correct.
Because he was their best pitcher. Gore's been great, but he's not their best pitcher, and you still have Manaea and Darvish around him and Musgrove. So if by chance Gore happens to be shut down, or his innings limit gets completely shrunk to where he's only coming out of the bullpen in the postseason, it's not the end of the world. It'd be a blow if he pitches like this for the entire year and you got to shut him down.
Yeah, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Nats got such scrutiny for that, and you're right. It's a completely different circumstance because of the health of Strasburg, but I just don't see how you can spin that. This franchise has never won anything, and you're going to urge on the side of cautiousness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't. That's a tough sell if this guy's got a sub-2 ERA all year. You know.
Thank you, Airborne Figgy. Appreciate
Thanks, Airborne.
Chat. If Snell doesn't have that terrible first game, this is probably a sweep of the number one team in the NL. Contra has to go waste of space. Campusano needs major league at bats.
Yeah, I don't know what Alcantara's purpose is either. I mean, I have no idea.
He's just a filler until Tatis gets back. They need
infielder.
They need another infielder, and he's not going to get a bunch of time. And guess what? You played Alcantara tonight in the field, and you beat the shit out of the Mets. So that's a win.
And he had a hit and an RBI somehow. Finally,
I'm not like.
He's your 26th man.
They won
it's hard
13-2, but hey, by the way, that's boot Alcantara out of here. Like, it doesn't matter. Who cares? You could have had a bunch of Alcantaras out there. They won 13-2. They won 13-2.
Right. No, it's a fair point. And again, you're 20. It's hard to be critical of your 26th man. You know what I mean? Like, there's always every team has
critical of it at all.
Yeah, every team has a random. Did we miss a Juan Bermuda's $2 super earlier? And we apologize, Juan, if we did that. Because buy Bitcoin daily, our buddy Jake is saying that.
$2 super?
Well, let's pull up. What are you saying?
There we go. Benintendi reminds me of Frazier. No thanks.
Yeah, Benintendi's cooled off. He's not a power guy. Like, does this team need an on-base guy or a power guy? Just in general. Forget about tonight. Does this team need an on-base guy or a power guy? Does it need Gallo or Benintendi? As in, they're both risks.
I would take Benintendi. I'll take an on-base guy.
You take an on-base guy over a slug. This team has hit, I don't know what it is now, 43 coming into tonight. How many homers? Cronenworth hit that home run tonight. Any others?
I don't think any other home runs.
Yeah, so 44 home runs in 57, 58 games. It's a very low number, obviously. I mean, I would kind of argue for the slug,
Tatis.
Jim. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're going to get slugged with Tatis. I mean,
even if you get like 15 to 20 homers from Tatis for the rest of the year, that's great.
Huge.
That's massive.
Mm-hmm. What do you put that in the chat right now? Do you want power or on base? You want slug or on base? Put it in the chat. I'm taking slug. It's sexier. On base is nice. You can win a lot of games getting on base. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they're missing the 3-run home run, and they've hit them last couple of nights. Cronenworth and Voigt.
I mean, yeah, and they're not missing it. They have it. They just the guys have gone off to a very slow power number start, but
and they're coming out of it. Maybe, yeah,
they have it.
That's so. But they have the same amount as the Dodgers, the Yankees. I mean, these are the teams you're competing with. I would say. I mean, if you finish the season 30 games over 500,
and yes, the Dodgers and the Yankees, they have good pitching.
They do. The top two ERAs.
But you are now a game back of the Dodgers?
1.5 they won today.
You're 1.5 back of the Dodgers with no real pop. I mean, you have some, but not like them, like those teams.
Right. So you're saying you can win without the power though, because you're hanging in despite the fact that you don't have Tatis in the power. Is
if I'm building a team, the number one thing is pitching. Number 2 would be getting guys on base. Number 3, yes, you need power.
What's number 4?
Well, I'd probably
I'm taking bullpen probably.
I'd probably go bull. Well, bullpen's very important. I'd go pitching, on base, bullpen power.
Where's manager?
Well, manager's, he's a given. He's number 1.
Right. Get to Cam Super. Thanks, Cam.
I did, yeah. Awesome series win and Profar lighting it up at the leadoff spot. Yep, he is your new leadoff hitter. Wonder why they put Chris Matt in instead of Wilson or maybe Garcia.
I think he needed the work.
He needed the work, and it didn't really matter.
and they have the off day tomorrow. They probably wanted to use him. I mean, I thought the same thing when he came in. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe he hasn't thrown in a couple of days. They know they have tomorrow off. He wasn't particularly sharp, to be honest, but who isn't a 13-2 game? And he got out of that ninth inning spot 2 on nobody out without allowing a run. It's a fair point, but I think the reason is probably because of his workload. My guess is they wanted to get him work.
Girth.
Hot Talent Lava wants girth.
Yeah.
Over on base. Hard to argue that.
Bobby Joe makes a good point. 2015 Royals proved you don't need power to win at all.
It's a good point. It's been a while, though.
They had the best bullpen by far in all of baseball.
7, 8, 9, game was over, right?
Yeah, get to the 7th year, it's over. It's done. Yeah,
I mean, I do agree with Bobby Joe. I think it's a really good point. I will say the game, I would say, has changed over the last 7 years, although power is down. Power is down, so maybe you win with pitching and you take advantage of that in 2022. While you guys are here, I pointed out the fact that I've got this Parks and Normal cap on. This is a great company we're partnering with for a couple of giveaways here over the next couple of weeks throughout the months of June and July. This is a San Diego 80s legacy cap. I was pointed to this company because our buddy Jake, who's in the chat right now, who's a loyal viewer, loyal user of the Super Chats as well. So if you want to enter to win this cap, all you need to do, let me take my email again. Here we go, Jim. I'm going to get spammed by everyone in the world.
Yeah, probably.
All you got to do is put in your name and your email and you are entered to win. Okay. That's all you have to do. If you want additional entries, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button to the Wrap Up Show YouTube channel. If you're already a subscriber, that's all right. You can still get the +2 entries. You can subscribe to our newsletter. You can get 2 more entries. You can go to Parks and Normal's website and check out all their Padres gear, get another entry. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok to get another entry. You can follow our podcast, which is just the audio edition of the Wrap Up Show on YouTube, and get another entry. And you can visit our podcast page as well. So this is a really cool giveaway. You have until Friday at midnight to enter. We'll announce a winner during Sunday night's Wrap Up Show. It is the Stay Classy San Diego 80s legacy cap that I have on my head. Jim has one as well that I haven't given him as of yet. But I
buy
will.
You pizza and you can't even bring me my hat or stickers.
He's so mad. I agree.
I mean, literally,
Guilty as charged.
I bought not one pizza. I bought 2 pizzas.
Okay, here's the deal. Theoretically, you're coming over tomorrow to my Airbnb. I will buy you whatever you want, food-wise.
Oh, I want top of the line sushi.
I'm not going to do that.
I want
maybe
second tier sushi.
So I'll get you second tier sushi or higher. I'll get you sushi. Seriously,
third tier sushi. I would
get you that.
Third tier sushi.
I'm going to get that for you. Seriously.
Okay. Rainbow roll. And
you want a rainbow roll?
I need a rainbow roll, and I need 2 pieces of tuna nigiri. Thank you very much.
I'm writing it down. Rainbow roll, tuna nigiri.
Tuna nigiri.
What time are you coming over? Noon? 11:45?
Sure. I'll come over at 11:47.
I'm putting a link right now in the chat to the giveaway. Also, there's a link down below. Please enter. Great way to support the channel. Also, one of you is going to win this $45 cap from Parks and Normal. We'll ship it to you free of charge. Thank you for participating. We'll have more giveaways. If you don't win, we have more caps, Jim, other Parks and Normal caps that we will share with you.
We have multiple caps to give away.
We do over the next couple of weeks and next couple of
one of these
months.
days, I'll know what it looks like in person.
It's a very nice cap. I'm not kidding. I mean, and the brim, dude, Jim, the suede under brim. I mean, give me a break. Suede under brim.
Yeah, what's your favorite sushi roll? Put it in the chat.
I like that. I'm gonna put. Well, actually,
I wanted to get to this real quick here from our buddy Joey. He's a New York Mets fan, and he said, great job, Padres. Hopefully the Mets snap out of the slump there. And quickly, sad Mets fan here. Your channel rocks. Thank you,
That's
Joey.
Awesome, Joey.
We appreciate that, man.
Listen, I will say this. We do not disparage other fan bases other than the Dodgers.
Yeah, Dodgers can kick rocks.
We really don't. I mean, so if there are Mets fans here, and there probably are, I know it's late in New York, but the Mets have had a great season. And listen, it's hard to win with what they're dealing with. DeGrom, Scherzer, Alonso, Marte. Give me a break. I know the Padres have been playing with not 52 cards with Tatis out, but Mets have overcome a lot. And by the way, if you're a Mets fan, it's like being a Padres fan. It's not easy. Nobody thinks it's in the bag right. If you're a Mets fan, you're like, oh, we're in the postseason. We're gonna win the NL. Nobody thinks that way.
It's the Mets. Not the Mets. It's the Mets.
Please, can we please have a special season? And we had Gary Cohen on. They have not been to the postseason since the year after they won the World Series. Or excuse me, they lost the World Series. They've not been in the postseason since the year after they lost to the Royals. That's a long time.
Long time. Thank you, Christopher, for the super
Thanks,
chat.
Chris.
Padres culture with Bob Melvin shows in must wins. I don't think this was a must win. I don't think they have had a must win.
But we kind of said we joked about it like you can't lose this game without Alonso and Marte.
Yeah,
even though Bassett's good.
Yeah, they just went in there and just literally beat the shit.
They really did. Scored in the first inning. I love that. When you take a lead early,
then put a 5 spot up there, and Manaea's cruising. It was a perfect game. It was a perfect game. But I think the only game this year so far that you could possibly say you got the Melvin factor was last Friday against the Brewers. Now a lot of that had to do with Joe Musgrove.
No, it was all Bob.
It was all Bob, though. He put him out there. He scheduled to start Joe Musgrove that day. That's why it was all on him.
By the way, Joe Musgrove again Friday night at Petco against the Rockies.
Saturday will be interesting.
The 2 games. You have 2 starters, but you have Nick Martinez. Nobody has to be spot starting.
Perfect.
So you got 2 starters Saturday.
That's great.
I'm with Christopher. I'm with your overall point. Bob Melvin's a difference maker. What's his WAR? I have no idea. What's his value? Hard to say. But he is a difference maker. I did think it was cool, by the way, Jim. Manaea Bassett, I mean, longtime teammates, really good friends, squaring off against each other here today. And I was just good to see Manaea outduel him. I mean, Bassett was not good. But I thought that was cool. Like longtime teammates facing off against each other with different teams, and Padres took advantage.
They did. Yeah.
Can I say this about Jay Cronenworth? Can I talk about Jay Cronenworth for a moment?
Go right ahead.
And this is funny from Alex. So Jay Cronenworth has had 14 RBIs in his last 5 games.
Is that good?
And I know he had a slower start to the year, although it was never what Trent Grisham experienced. He was not hitting for power, and he wasn't hitting for average, but he wasn't hitting 150. He was hitting between 200 and 220 for most of the start of the year. But now the power stroke is coming around. Now he's starting to lift the ball. Exit velocities and launch angles are up. He's homering. We've seen this before. It's not surprising that Jay Cronenworth is playing better on offense. And it's a huge difference maker in this lineup when you have Jay Cronenworth producing like this. I mean, it's just coming so easy now. Yeah. But 14 RBIs in 5 games for your second baseman. I mean, whoa, that's crazy, crazy production.
He was, I'm not going to say he was or is the key while Tatis is out, but you're right. When Cronenworth's bat is hot, it makes everything easier. With him, I've always been not really too worried about him because I thought his swing is so good that it feels like it's hard to get into a year-long slump. I feel like his swing is tailor-made. Yeah, he's going to have ups and downs, and he probably could have a couple of months where he's not good, but I feel like it's a tailor-made swing that if he just stays, consistent with it,
I love his swing.
The hits will come. Yeah. Oh, dude, his swing is so
smooth,
pretty and smooth, and you're seeing it now. And he's hot. He's hot, and it's much needed in the top of the lineup right now with Profar, Cronenworth, Manny, Voit. With all those guys swinging the bat well, it's pretty damn good top of your lineup right there without Tatis.
And let's do the appreciation. 60 seconds or more for Jurickson Profar. 2 for 4, a walk. He's walking so much. He's been unbelievable in the leadoff spot, well over 300. He's over 350 in the leadoff spot in the last 12 games. He scores 3 runs. He is statistically, Jim, as good as any left fielder probably in the National League right now. I say that. He's probably top 2 or 3. Would you agree with that? Statistically in the National League, what are you worried about what I'm about to say?
No, I'm worried because your internet is in and out, and I'm serious this time.
Okay. Are you serious or no?
You're fine now. You're fine now. You're okay.
But do you agree that Profar, and I don't really believe he's not going to be voted as an all-star. He could be a reserve all-star. There's no question about that. That'll be up to the manager. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the numbers, if we just took the left fielders in the National League and put it on paper, I guarantee Profar's top 3. Guaranteed.
And it's crazy to think that. For whatever it's worth, for whatever they thought about Jurickson Profar to start the year, I doubt that they thought he'd be like this. And if they did, then man, good on them. But to be this good for this team, he's been better than he was in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best Jurickson Profar has played since he was with the A's. He had 20 home runs in 1 year.
Do you remember my tweet, Jim? Thank you, Cam. So I tweeted, for those that want to see how the Padres deal with adversity, we're going to see how the Padres deal with adversity.
Mm-hmm.
It's worked out. It's worked out. Nobody wanted to see the 4-game losing streak. Jim was literally throwing things, and I think he punched me occasionally during the 4-game losing streak.
It was compound, like the 4-game losing streak, and then you add on top of that the Warriors sucking. Like that made everything really bad.
The Warriors are in the NBA Finals.
They suck.
Last week they got to the NBA Finals.
But Thursday was like the tipping point.
Joey, I'm sorry if we're confusing here. Wrap-up show. How do you know what Gary Cohen said this early? Are you guys watching Mets broadcast or Padres announcers? We had Gary Cohen on our show today.
On a radio show. Yeah.
And Joey, Jim's going to hate this because I actually previously worked with Gary Cohen when I was out east with Seton Hall.
Strong. Good job, John.
So I can't. So that's
in the chat right now. Put name drop in the chat.
Yes, please.
Name drop in the
what's
chat.
Wrong with that? I never do that. I mean, maybe I don't think I do that often. I just know broadcasters. Isn't that true, Jim? How many broadcasters do I know? Seriously, how many times do I get a broadcaster on the show?
Ungodly amount of broadcasters. It's kind of scary.
It's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird. But I heard you used to work in minor league baseball, so I understand.
I did. Gary Cohen did as well.
How long did you work in minor league baseball for?
15 years.
Jesus.
Dude, and by the way, Carter, you are so right. I mean, how are you on the air for 30 years in New York on radio and TV when you sound like that? And he's really good. It's not just his sound, you know. That is true.
He's a nice ball player.
You really do. You do it on radio and on YouTube. Now Jim's doing it. He's calling Sergio Alcantara Coach Quintera.
No, I'm calling him
Coach Quintera.
Well, hey, I will give full credit to Darren Smith on this. This is not me.
That's right.
All Darren. I cannot take credit for that.
He did it like one time. You're doing it like you like force it in.
Sergio John Quintera.
That is hilarious.
Love Coach.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Name drop. That's a plump pushy right there. Name drop. Yep. Minor leagues. Okay.
It's true.
There we go. Very nice. Very nice.
See, this is a fair point. Okay. Having lived out east before I moved out west, Gary and Keith Hernandez is a really good booth. It's funny. It's knowledgeable. It's good. Now we're fortunate because we have Don and Mud. Like if you had something bad, see the Mets have been bad and have had a good booth, similar to the Padres. Like the Padres have been bad, but you have Don and Mud. You know.
Yeah. And for the longest time, it was like those are everyone's favorite players were Don and Mud. Like the reason why you watch Padres games is not to watch, Corey Spangenberg or Jose Perella. It's to watch Don and Mud.
Exactly. If you're here again, great way to support the channel is to use the super function. There's the $ down below. Please subscribe to this channel. We have year-round Padres content. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. While you're here as well, I do want to tell you about our partnership with our friends over at Aura.Organic. Great company. Their co-founder, Will, okay? He is a San Diegan, Jim. Did you know that?
I did know that, yeah.
And he is a huge Padres fan. And he's got an office right here in San Diego for this company that has entirely plant-based nutritional products. Great company. Click this Take the Quiz button. You're going to get 30% off your very first order. I take their probiotic every single day for digestion. You can take it for heart health, mental health. There's a million reasons to take probiotics. This one is plant-based, so it's a terrific probiotic. Then you can take proteins after workouts. Jim takes the proteins after he works out. Omega-3 oils they have, immunity supplements, sleep supplements, whatever you need. All of this is plant-based. Every single one of their products is plant-based. It's a great way to support this channel. It's a great way to support a San Diegan and Will and his company with offices in San Diego. So while you're here, there's a link down below at the channel. Click show more at the description. Browse their products. Support this channel. Check out what they have. And again, plant-based nutrition. Get healthier this year with our friends at Aura.
Yeah, www.aura.organic. Go there right now. Take the quiz. They have everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. Go there. Check it out. You will 100% thank us later.
For whatever it is, I keep clicking. It's good to have Joey with us in the chat. It's cool to have, visiting fans with us. Here's the thing. Yeah, I've never been a Met supporter. I will say this, Jim. My best friend from college is a huge Mets fan. Did you know that?
Cool.
So I'm acutely familiar with what's going on with the Mets because he texts me every 2 seconds about them.
That's great.
I did see this. This is amazing, Gabe. Jim could care less, but I could care less with Jim. Thanks. Did you see this?
Hey, John, did you see that they gave the A's AA play-by-play guy a shot at the Major League booth?
After 31 years in the minor leagues.
Is that like your dream?
Well, kind of. I spent half that time and nobody gave me a shot.
I mean, hold on, just think about this real quick. Did you ever think in your 15 years of broadcasting where you where you wanted to be a broadcaster of a major league team, and at any point were you like, you know what? Actually, I hope I'm doing a YouTube show and a radio show with this guy named Jim Russell.
Did I ever think when I was working in the minor leagues, I would divert paths and move to San Diego and start on this route? The answer is no. I will be honest with you, Jim. I'm 1000% glad I did.
No, not the route, but just like who you're working with.
No, I would not think I'd be working with some Warriors fan that watches the Warriors every night.
It has a lightsaber behind them.
Right. No, I did not. I had no clue who you were.
Hey, everybody, I have a lightsaber. John's like, what the actual?
I had no clue who Jim was. And Jim had no clue who I was. I forget. What was the story?
Look at this.
I don't care about that thing.
See, you're working with, look who you're working with. Lightsaber, buddy.
Dude, what are you doing? Go watch Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It's a green lightsaber, custom built. It's very heavy. It's good. It's a good.
Where's
girth.
The light?
Good girth. The light's underneath there. It actually doesn't.
The light's
work.
underneath.
Doesn't work there right now, but it's
very,
very big and girthy. You like that, John?
Hey, Darth Vader, do you want to fight? Oh wait, my lightsaber doesn't work. The light's unplugged.
The light doesn't work. The batteries are out.
Imagine. What were we talking about? Oh, when was the first time we met? I always forget.
It was we met at a Padres game, and the reason why we like truly met is shout out Scraby. And then
is that right?
It was the game where a baseball went into some girl's cup.
Oh,
and she chugged the beer, and then you were with Willard. So Willard's like, go get that fan. And I was working over at the Padres radio station at the time. And I was like, oh, this is great content. So we both went over there together.
We both had her on shows, right? Because she was on with Mark and Rich the next day. She had to be on 97.3, right?
No, we didn't have any shows over there at the time.
Oh, is that right? That's right. That's right.
It was like it was the rock station. So I just put it on the web.
Oh, that's great. That's really good content for the web.
She got her good 15 minutes of fame with that one.
Dude, I still follow her on Instagram.
Of course you do. No wonder.
What do you mean? No wonder? Because
we know you. We know why
I got in contact with.
We know why. We know why. We know why.
Why? I agree with you, Cam.
Scraby doesn't get any girls' numbers. All right.
No, the gym had to take care of that.
I don't.
Wait, why is people saying I have no friends?
Because you're stuck with me.
True. That's true. What are we talking about?
I don't know. The size of my lightsaber.
What are you talking? I guess that's true. Hey, you know who's been sneaky good?
Me?
No, finish the sentence. Who's been sneaky good? Chat. Finish the sentence. I'll give you 30 seconds.
Who's been sneaky good?
Sneaky good. Not good. Sneaky good. Like surprisingly.
Luke Voigt.
Nope.
Jurickson Profar.
Nope. That's good. Good. Both Cronenworth. Are good. No, that's all good. That's right in front of her.
Oh, I know who you're going to say. Noe Mazara.
That's exactly right. Noe Mazara has been sneaky good.
Yep.
For the Padres in the absence of Will Myers here tonight. 2 more hits and an RBI. Small sample size. I think it's something like 15 at bats. He's 5 for 15, and he's got a 775 OPS. So it's encouraging, especially the way he was playing in AAA. We were asking for someone to contribute at the big leagues after coming up. Now he's not hitting 5 home runs, but he's been solid and he's been helpful, and I think it's encouraging.
Yep, he has been good, and you forget that Will Myers is even on this team.
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I hate saying that, but I don't know. I mean,
It's the truth, though. Like,
yeah,
Myers makes no difference if he's with the team or not with the team. It's not great, but
makes
it's
no
just
difference.
facts.
And he's had some moments, right, man? He's had some 2-week stretches where he's been good.
Not this year.
No, not this year. No, not this year.
No.
By the way, without Hosmer, by the way, they pound out the
Who?
15 hits.
Shocker.
They were able to do this in the absence of Hosmer. And we like this lineup. When we read it on the radio today, I'm like, I really like this lineup. I mean, Alcantara, I could live without, or Alcantara, but other than that, I like it. Add Tatis to it. Thank you. Yeah. Go to war with that or go to bat with that.
Exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So. No, I didn't. Jim got me a pizza.
I go, what do you want? Well, I'm going to Buena Forchetta. And he goes, they have nothing for me.
No, I said tofu.
Of course, tofu, dude, from a pizza place.
Right.
This guy.
You guys know the story of he told me to go to Buena Forchetta. I told this on the radio today like 10 times. So I go to the one in like Solana, Encinitas, wherever it is. He's like, dude, you got to get the margarita. I said, all right, I'm going to go with Kristen. No problem. I'm going to do it. I look at the menu. There's no margaritas.
This idiot thought I meant drinks.
So then I ask the waitress. I don't see the margaritas on the menu. I was told you have good margaritas. She said, we're an Italian restaurant. I said, I know. It surprised me as well. But
so I trolled you without even meaning to troll you.
So then I texted Jim. I'm like, dude, you're an idiot. You're a moron. They don't even have margaritas. He goes, margarita pizza, you moron.
I'm like, you dumbass. I meant margarita pizza. Do I have to spell it out for you? Margarita. Yes. You're going to a pizza place. If you look at the menu, it literally says margarita under the pizzas.
I mean, what do I look like? I'm not Gordon, whatever his name is.
I remember my first time going to an Italian restaurant and trying to order wait, they don't have margaritas there.
Is my first name Ruth Chris?
No, it's not, because you don't eat meat.
Right.
I'm gonna go cry.
Yeah, I feel
I'm gonna go stand in front of the mirror and just practice my Jonathan Rifkin's my daddy.
Oh, there's gonna be much more than that, Jim.
God,
much more than
so
that.
So bad, dude.
You're gonna cry.
I'm gonna hate. Can I bring this everybody.
up? Can I bring this up real quick? I mentioned on the radio. Again, it's 2023 related, but it's content. I think people want to talk about it. I mean, if the season ended today, Jurickson Profar opts out, right? It's making $7 million.
Why you gotta do that, dude? Why you gotta do that?
It's interesting.
You're just like trying to kick the dude when he's at his highest point. Guess what? Jurickson Profar, he's playing great, but he's going to opt out now because he's playing so amazing.
I'm just wondering, I think it might be hard to keep him. I don't know. We'll see if he does this all year.
It's not even on my radar of thinking about Jurickson Profar's contract right now.
Well, what do you want to talk about? Freaking lightsabers and pizza, or do you want to talk Padres?
Well, I want to take this super chat here from Todd. Okay. That's what I want to do. And he says, not this year, but Myers' 2-homer elimination game versus the Cards earned him some slack. Needs to be on the roster for a playoff run. That was a good moment.
Yeah.
I mean, his 2 home runs in that game, along with Tatis' 2 home runs in that game. Woo.
Wasn't it the first time since the Yankees in 34 that
the first time since Babe Ruth
2 home runs?
Yeah, Babe Ruth and
something ridiculous.
Or Mantle. Ruth and Mantle.
No, Ruth and Mantle isn't the same era.
Ruth and
Gehrig.
Gehrig, that's what I meant. Lou Gehrig.
Yeah, first time since Ruth and Aaron Judge. First time since Ruth and Mattingly. Remember that team in '89?
Yeah, that was a good team. Babe Ruth is on that team. Yeah. I think that moment would have been better. It's a good moment, but it would have been more iconic if there was fans there and if it was a regular season.
Yeah, I put that on Myers. I put the pandemic on him.
I put all of it on Myers.
His COVID restrictions.
Myers, it's your fault that COVID happened.
Yeah, it would have been better if there was no COVID and there was COVID, Will. There was COVID.
So you shouldn't have done that, actually.
Yeah. So you're right, though. I mean, Petco would have been amazing that week or whenever that. I mean, that was ridiculous series. It really was. And then there's this, from Cam, and thank you, Todd, Retod. There's this very important question that will linger for as long as it possibly can.
I know.
I just don't know, Cam. I really do not know. what the plan is.
Yep. It's going to be interesting, and if they don't re-sign him, everyone's going to freak out.
Like, I mean, they're going to. Kevin AC was on. Was it with was it Darren?
Maybe
it was Darren, and he said basically, of course they can re-sign him. I mean, it can be at the expense of something else. I'm paraphrasing.
Kevin's like, of course they can re-sign him, but they could not re-sign him. They could not re-sign him.
Did anyone hear the back and forth between Marty and Kevin on the radio today with Darren or us? That
Go to sportssd.com.
Gosh, that was
shameless website plug.
Man, that was good. Did anyone? I mean, that
what was the question? What was the question? Huh?
Dude, that was so good. And I love how Manny's just doing. He's just getting under his skin. He's not going crazy. You know what I mean? He's not like it's just funny.
Right.
I'm putting a link for a wrap-up show merch, by the way, in the chat.
Okay. Okay. I see you.
I don't think I've been pushing wrap-up show merch. How about I can't talk.
You're drunk.
Hear me out for a second. Hear me out for a second. I've been drinking. I had a Corona, and now I've had 1 ounce of wine.
Oh, man, you are loaded.
I'm loaded. But hear me out for a second, okay? Because I have something very exciting to share with our viewers.
You finally ordered me a shirt?
No, I need to do that. Send me the link again to the shirt.
I told you like 4 times, dude.
No, it was 1 time.
You say, what's your shirt I want? What shirt do you want? And I sent you
wrong.
pictures of the shirt, and you're like, cool.
I know, but you sent it to me. It's like 50,000 chats ago between you and I.
Well, when I sent it to you, you should have ordered it right then.
I don't even know what to say. Anyway, here's the deal. 20% off everything. Okay?
Ooh, baby.
So I just put a link in the chat. 20% off everything. I'm talking John and Jim merch. Everything must go. Because John and Jim, who knows, it could end tomorrow. So everything must go. 20%
Probably will
off.
end tomorrow.
Wrap-up show could end. 20% off everything. Okay? So if you're a supporter of the wrap-up show, this is a great way to support. Look, if you're a female, we have women's premium t-shirts, Jim.
We have male thongs yet?
We do not. We do not have that. That's not available. Okay. We have sweatshirts. We have caps. I wear this cap all the time. We have mugs. We have products. Okay. We have ways to support this channel. We have crew necks. I'm a crew neck fan. We have a sticker I never got Jim. Actually, Jim has this sticker.
Thanks.
But 20% off. Now, listen, the bucket hat is out of stock right now.
I can't see what anything's happening on your screen, by the way.
Are you serious?
It's not working.
Oh,
that's fine. It's fine.
That's great.
We have
20% off.
Cool. We have another super chat here before we peace out. Between Gwynn and Hoffman, who would you rather bring back to the current Padres team?
I like that question. Gwynn.
That's not a. I mean, I love Trevor Hoffman, but that's easy. Tony Gwynn.
Yeah, you got your Rogers, and they could use the outfield help.
Can you? I mean, Tony. Yeah.
Could you use a 360 hitter right now for a season?
Could you use a 360 hitter? Could you use a prime Tony Gwynn?
Guy with like 11 strikeouts and like 11 strikeouts in the year.
Less than that. Imagine him in front. Imagine him in front of Tatis and Machado.
God, on
Jesus,
base constantly.
Dude. He would score 135 runs in like 60 games.
What's happening right now in the chat, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay. 2?
How many?
I think is the answer.
Genders do you have covered in? There's only 2 genders.
Well, I mean, male and female.
I think he might mean like, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Golf head covers. That's a very It's a very good idea.
Well, that was fun. Happy birthday, John.
Oh, look at that. Look at this. Shout out Johnny.
What?
Who's Venmoing me kombucha money.
Wow.
Dude, Johnny, you're the man. I owe you something, don't I?
John, it's your birthday. That's what happens when you get gifts. Even though you owe me sushi.
I'm getting you sushi tomorrow. Seriously. Is there sushi where I'm at? That's my question. Bird Rock area?
That's on you, bro.
Have you ever been to Bird Rock?
What's Bird Rock? I've been to Bird Rock. I have.
Oh, man. All right. This was fun. Okay, hold on. Before we wrap up, please subscribe here on Padres content. Great way to support this channel. You got to hit that subscribe button if you're a Padres fan. Smash the like button for us. Hit the notification bell. You're notified when we go live or have new videos. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Listen to us on the radio 3 to 6, extra 1360 in the iHeartRadio app. We're at John and Jim on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Who knows what we've been putting up on TikTok recently. Also, support our partners, please. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He can save you $750 this year on your insurance. Simple as that. There's a link down below. Home, auto, life, business, auto, earthquake, whatever it is. Mark Nimitz can assist in your insurance needs. And also Aura, ORA.organic, 30% off your first order. Link down below. Plant-based proteins, probiotics, omega-3 oils, and much, much more. Eric, thank you. Seriously, guys, thank you. You guys have been unbelievable to us. It's been a fun start to the year, 35-22. Friday night,
They're
Rockies, good. Padres. We'll be back. Jim, go, I don't know, cry.
I will. Thanks.
The Warriors lost.
No shit.
Did you? Oh, shoot. Did I spoil it?
What? I had the whole game taped. I thought they were going to win.
Oh, my
Series
God.
over. Rifkin's my daddy.